Listen very closely. You've said yes when you want to say no. You've stayed silent just to avoid conflicts. You have pushed yourself and given more that's left. All in an attempt to make sure they notice you. But here's the truth. They won't notice you. After all, they're only using you. So with my 4 points today, I will show you how they use you, how to prevent this, and how to see it coming. So let's get straight into point number 1. So the first point is saying yes. This especially when you're in a situation where you barely can keep up and just want to make people happy and stay happy. Because in other way, you're already feeling overstressed, already having depression and everything is started to get going, maybe, or you are at that stage right now, and the last thing you want is to have people turn their back towards you. You say yes instead of no. And what happens is the next thing. They will ask you for one more thing, and you cannot do it, or you do not have the time, or you do not want to do it at all. And then you say yes. And after that, they ask you for one more time, one more time, one more time, one more time. And one time turns into 10 times, into 100 times. That's how easy this goes. And I'm talking from experience. There was a moment in my life where I just want attention. If I would leave somebody, I will be broken. I didn't know what to do anymore. So I just said yes, yes, yes. Time after time after time. It was the dumbest thing I could do. And what happens is eventually people start thinking, oh, he or she is saying yes all the time. Let's ask for one more time. And just say it like, can you please help me? You're really the best. Oh, you know, alright. And I do it after time after time after time. If you continue to do that, you just drown yourself in saying the worst word possible. Because a yes has destroyed more lives, which is happening to you right now, than a no has ever did. So, let's get into point number 2. Now the second point is let others decide. Especially if you're a man and you're watching this. The last thing you want to do when you're with a woman is just say, oh, what do you want to do? What do you think about A, B, C? So let's take gardening, a film, a movie, or just hang out. That's what you're doing. Well, the first thing is the wrong thing. Sometimes you just need to take the lead. Just say, alright, tonight we're going to watch a movie. If you have anything in mind. If you say, yeah, I really want to watch this movie, done. If you say, no, I don't know what movie, just pick one out then. It's very easy like that. You can do it 100 times wrong and it will be 100 times right, eventually. But that is with a woman. If you're in a group setting and they say, let's hang out, you just want to have a movie. But instead of saying, no, what do you guys think about a movie? Alright, a movie. You know, that sounds better. That's a possibility that can happen. Or a movie, nah, we don't really want it. Alright, then you could say, alright, no problem, then I won't hang out. So have fun. That's the thing you can do. But no, what you do is you agree. You go to there, you have the most horrible time, but in your mind you say to yourself, I'm with people, so it's alright. But deep down, you're just chewing yourself up to the moment you just want to sink through the ground. Because you're not actually enjoying it. No, you're just manipulating yourself into enjoying it while you want something else. Be the person that sometimes just says, what do you guys think about this? Do not say, no, we're going to do this. Just toss it up. Just say, what do you guys think about this? Then there is a moment they think about. And if they want it, great. If they do not, alright, then you just say, I don't really want to hang out right now, so you go guys, have fun. It's a moment that's the best choice you can make. But that is what I did. I just said yes to everything, even if I do not want it. I just said to myself, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. And you can keep imagining, no, I did not. And the third point is staying silent. If it is a group project, if it is hanging out, everywhere where a thought of idea can come up with, it can change the course of the plans, that's the moment when, for a group project, they're looking at a specific type of way into viewing the project. And you say, Tons, you're thinking, what if we take it this route instead of this route? Just with a little curve. But instead of saying, what do you guys think about this route? No, you stay silent, you do nothing. Eventually you hope it goes by, it works. And then afterwards, it is bad as shit. And you've said nothing, only to play it safe and keep yourself good. Is that what you really want? You want others that are 9 out of 10 times just thinking, alright, this is life. Let's get drunk. Let's have as much sex as we can. Kiss as many girls. That's it. That is what you're doing. That is with the people you're hanging out at that moment. In that project. You're depending your future, for most people, on someone that just wants to fuck up their life. Great job. Now you have fucked up your life too. That's not what you want to do. Don't be afraid to give the change, of course. Of course, in the first time, it will be hard. But you need to push yourself over. This is something you need to do. I can give you the path. I can give you the solutions. But in the end, it's what you need to do. It's your journey, not mine. I've already walked the journey. I know it. But that's what you need to do. Just sometimes toss it up. More ideas are not bad. The more the better, eventually. And trying to win deep emotions. What are deep emotions? Emotions that can be bought, but are not truly them. And we're talking about respect, honesty, love. That are the three main emotions. And what you're doing is just to give them, so in that way you get a sense of approval, sense of love, sense of worthiness. But actually you're just being used. Only you're making yourself blind. You're doing this for yourself. And they keep going. You're thinking, if I do this, maybe they finally notice me. But no matter how much you give, it will never feel like it's working. That is what you're doing. Time after time. Day after day. Just giving, giving, giving. But there's one honest truth in life. What you give needs to come in return. So if you do not get anything in return, you're not at the right place at all. That is life. If you work hard towards something, you achieve it, that's the equal amount in return. But if you work towards a relation, and you do not get anything in return, that is just a moment you need to cut it off. That's how easy it is. And that is to do with how you can avoid this and see it coming. Because now I can talk about what you're doing wrong. But you know that yourself. Now we get to the part where you can actually make it right. And it has to do with cognitive dissonance. And it is a scientist term. A scientist has invented this term, and it's so complicated I need to read it. When our actions conflict with our beliefs, causing discomfort, when we say yes to things we don't want, we're trying to reduce the physiological tension between what we want to do and what we feel we should do. In other words, to make it understandable for you, you're struggling with the emotions and actions that get involved with you. And in that way, it causes discomfort. The stress, the fear of being let out, fear of not being good enough. And from that moment, we say yes to things we do not want to, because we're trying to reduce the distance. We're trying to get them closer. We're reducing the distance. That is what we want to do. And it shows that this tension builds over time, leading to burnout, resentment, the constant need for external validation, creates a cycle of learned helplessness, feeling like we don't have control, and thus waiting for others to decide for us. In other words, you're just waiting for the approval, waiting for that person to make the move to get the approval. That is what you're doing. That is, in short, scientific terms, what I've said in the past 13 minutes. But how to avoid the trap and deal the cards yourself? Because now you're playing their game. They need to play your game. How to do that? Set boundaries. It's very easy. If you do not want to, don't go. How hard it is. People respect a person more who is less available than just that invite party guy because then we have someone. That's how they are. Offer alternatives. Just say, what do you guys think about this? If you do not agree, do not always show alternatives. And say no. Again, a yes has ruined more lives than a no has ever has. And to break free from the cycle, the key is recognizing your own value. Without needing to prove it to others, a simple method: frame your choices. Before agreeing to anything yourself, just ask yourself the following question I'm going to read out loud. Am I choosing this because I want to, or because I feel I have to prove something? Just give yourself the brief moment. And if that is a yes on this question, that you want to prove something, then I strongly advise you do the opposite. So that is the 4 points. How to see it coming, how to prevent it from this happening to you ever again. So with that, if you have any further questions, let me know down below in the comments. If not, I hope to see you in my next video.